Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski. We're here on this Monday morning, this final Monday of 2025, and a little bit of wintry weather coming into play later today. In fact, already this morning in northwest Nebraska, where a winter weather advisory kicks in at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 9 a.m. Central Time. That includes Sheridan County and Dawes County. That's outside of the Local 4 and the KNOP viewing area. Now, within the area, though, we have a couple of counties, Boyd, Holt, Antelope, and Boone County, included in a winter weather advisory that kicks off at noon today. And this will continue. Now, for Boyd and Holt County, it will actually continue until midnight tonight. For these southeastern areas here, a little farther southeast, Albion, Neely, Norfolk, this is going to continue until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning here. Snow, even though it'll wrap up before 6 a.m., there could be some blowing snow late tonight. But these are the areas with the highest amounts of snow are expected with this upcoming system. So initially this morning, we're seeing a little bit of rain. But as we go through the day today, we'll still see mainly rain this morning, pushing to the eastern part of the state. In fact, eastern Nebraska could get a whole lot of rain by this afternoon and this evening. Meanwhile, right in here, I do want to point out there's kind of a cold front right here. I don't have it drawn in, but right in here, look at the winds. Highway 183 westward here. Some of the highest winds will come this afternoon, especially southwest Nebraska. Gusts could exceed 50 miles per hour. So, excuse me, it can get very windy. You might get a little light rain or snow here, but I apologize. But again, for the most part, I'm not expecting a whole lot of moisture here in the southwest. That's good news. At least there won't be much blowing snow here, but even some strong enough winds that could still blow some snow around here. Now, this is probably initially going to be rain. I think this rain-snow line is a little too far southeast for my taste. I would probably put it more like right here. That would probably be my rain-snow line at worst by 5 o'clock. But again, we'll continue to see that transition this evening to the southeast here, and snow will continue to fall, and blowing snow could be a problem. Even after the snow ends, some blowing snow will still be a problem out there. It should wrap up by early Tuesday morning, and we'll be left with kind of a partly cloudy, breezy day on your Tuesday. Cooler weather in place. Tuesday night, that's of course we're ringing in the new year, looks pretty quiet for the most part. A couple of clouds, but clearing out as we head towards New Year's Day morning. New Year's Day might be the best day we see for quite some time, so take advantage of it, I guess, best you can with the day off for a lot of you. So, snowfall totals highest in the northeast, also up in the Pine Ridge area, 1 to 3 there, but 2 to 5 inches of snow possible here in northeast Nebraska, 1 to 3 Valentine, southeastward to about Lincoln, right in here, and then 0 to 1 inches Thedford, Tri-Cities, Beatrice is what I'd be going with right now. Grand Island would have the best chance of hitting an inch, whereas Hastings and Kearney would probably not, and then very little, if any, snow accumulation off to the southwest of that. Temperatures out there today, we'll top out in the 40s, some low 50s in the southwest here. Upper 30s up north, though, these temperatures, and they'll start to drop off as that colder air comes southward. That's when that rain changes the snow. 20s for lows tonight, upper teens off to the west and northwest. And then for tomorrow, highs in the 30s for most of us, a couple of low 40s in the southwest. So a chillier day on Tuesday. Tuesday night down into the teens and lower 20s, so a colder night to ring in the new year. But I can remember a few years in the past decade where we've seen negative numbers or minus signs in front of some of those numbers for lows on New Year's Eve night. So, yeah, it could be a lot worse, I guess. And then New Year's Day doesn't look too bad. 30s and 40s for highs, colder to the northeast, but we're going to get chillier. Another round of some snow moves in Wednesday night in northeast Nebraska, and that will also come with some cooler air, so it will be a bit chillier on Thursday, but that's nothing compared to what's coming by the time we get into this weekend. So, we are going to be looking at that rain today in the Tri-Cities. I think the best chance will be right away this morning and then again this evening, but in between there may still be a little bit out there. But again, this evening is when I expect that transition to snow after supper time, and that also corresponds with when the winds are really strengthening. So we're going to see some gusts this afternoon and especially into this evening that could exceed 40 miles per hour. So a little blowing snow is possible. The snow will wind down early tomorrow morning, well before sunrise. Cooler for your New Year's Eve with some breezy winds continuing on New Year's Eve. New Year's Day will be a little nicer. In fact, I think it'll be the nicest day this week overall with more sunshine. Slight chance of snow late Wednesday night. I don't think we'll see much with that. Better chances to the northeast. It's a very weak system, but a little very minor snow accumulation north and east of the Tri-Cities. And then cooler Thursday and Friday. We'll see even colder air, though, this weekend, along with some more snow. We might be on the edge of this chance of snow. We'll see. Looks like a much bigger deal off to our east of our area, but we will get a lot colder as well. And that cold air is probably going to be sticking around a while. I don't see any signs of it completely going away for a while. The long-range model showing it sticking around through basically the middle of next week. And don't be deceived by that 24 there on that final 10th day, because there are some signs of even colder air coming at the end of next week here, so we may not warm up much. North Platte, you'd have just a little bit of rain in the forecast and just a little bit of snow and blowing snow. There's going to be a lot of wind, though. Gusts could get up to around 50 miles per hour. But again, I don't expect too much blowing snow because I don't think you'll see a lot of snow with this. A little cooler tomorrow, close to average. A little bit better on Wednesday. So Wednesday, New Year's Day, will be our nicest day. Chillier, but not cold yet. Not too cold yet on Thursday and Friday. Colder for the weekend with a little bit of snow possible. It doesn't look like as big of a deal as farther to the east. But, a little chillier. You're looking at 20s, not teens, so not quite as cold as the Tri-Cities, but mostly 20s, and maybe a brief little uptick middle of next week. But like I said, I think it's going to get even colder at the end of next week. And you see the long-range outlooks. We could be seeing a lot of cold air to come for a while. This is next week, and it looks like we could be staying cold for a while, but it might be brutally cold just to our east. And we could still be looking at occasional chances of snow next week as well. It looks like more of these clipper systems coming in for the north, which usually don't bring you as much snow as like a storm system coming in out of the southwest. So we could be looking at some occasional moisture from time to time. But looking at the long-range outlooks here, again, there's today's system. The rain then changing to snow, moves on out later tonight, tomorrow morning. Next chance comes late Wednesday night into Thursday morning right there. It's a pretty weak system, mainly over northern and eastern areas. Next chance then after the cool air of the end of the week, even colder for the weekend, and here comes that snow as we look ahead to the weekend here. And then it looks like a bigger issue off to our east. Could be a much bigger issue. Well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Monday morning. I'll see you all again on Tuesday with all the latest. Take care, and God bless.